Hi, welcome back to Wallflowers. So today we are making Ivy laundry liquid. So I went out on a forage the other day to see what was out and about and what was coming into bloom. And whilst we were out, we picked some ivy leaves. So there are 100 ivy leaves in there. I suppose anything over 60 would be sufficient, but we've got 100 there. Some are small, some are big, so it equals out a little bit. Now this is the container I will be storing her in. It's basically a barbecue sauce, plastic bottle, recycled, and that's just the right content for us to use over 2-3 week period. We seem to be doing a lot of washing. So in here I have 2 litres of water. I've measured it in the jug. I know once I've done the process then it'll all fit back into the container. When I use it, I normally use a cup at a time, put that in the dispenser drawer, and that's sufficient to wash the clothing. So I'm going to start the process now. So I'm going to pour that 2 litres of water over the ivy. I'm going to heat the gas and I'm going to bring it to a low simmer, and I'm going to maintain it at that for half an hour. Once it's simmered for half an hour, I'm going to leave it to cool down, marinade, and I'll leave that overnight. Tomorrow morning I'll come back and I'll drain it, take all the leaves out of it and just put the liquid back in the container, and then add some essential oils. Thank you, Mr. Wallflowers. I'd be lost without you, wouldn't I? Put some essential oils in and give it some fragrance. Not to actually mask any fragrance that would come for the ivy, because there is none. There's no fragrance, good or bad, so we will need to add fragrance if that's what we want. Okay, so I'm going to simmer this for half an hour, leave it to cool down, and come back and do the second part of this video tomorrow. As you know, I started the video last night. Simmered it for half an hour, turned it off, let it cool, let it steep overnight, and now we have basically just the leaves steeping in the water, and that's all we've got in there is ivy and the water. So I'm going to take a colander. I'm just going to separate the leaves from the water. See if we've got any extra. And now we have this. So basically I store it. It was at one point a barbecue sauce tub. It's been used many times. So what I'll do now is basically see if I can pour it nicely into the jug. Oh no, I'll pour it back actually. What I want to do now is add the essential oils. So my chosen 2 essential oils today are lavender and eucalyptus. I'm going to put 15 drops of each in. So I'll go to eucalyptus first. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Basically, the reason I'm pouring it into the jug first is because it's much wider. I should have spilled it. And as you can see, it's a It's a strange green colour. Well, not surprisingly, it's come from ivy, but it is a dark colour, and it's a bit strange to think that you're going to put that on your clothes and wash even white clothes. But the green doesn't mark the white in any way. It's a really good cleaner. If you did have extra, I mean, this will clean grease, surface dirt, anything like that. But if you did have a severe stain, it wouldn't be organic at that stage, but you could actually add any of those, you know, the type of thing, Vanish or wherever, and you get a little scoop and you put some in. You can use that if you get a more severe stain. But for general everyday use, this stuff is absolutely perfect. So you can see there what I do is I use the old bowl that I used to use with normal washing liquid, and I fill that as normal, and I put that in the drawer, and off it goes, and it washes our clothes. You can give it a shake. I'll try and fasten this as good as I can, so I don't shake it all over the kitchen. And you can see the froth, the soap it creates. That's the magic. Now, I did learn from somebody else who made this on a video sometime last year. So I know the chemical that actually does that is called saponin. So that's what gives you the soap factor to the ivy, and it costs what it's cost me to heat on the hob for half an hour, which isn't much in comparison. If we think how much we pay just on a monthly basis, just for, you know, clothes washing detergents, Asda's, wherever we go, you know, any supermarket, it's through the roof at the minute. It's like a maths test going round, buying softeners, buying liquid. For a number of years I've always used white vinegar as a softener, and again, the white vinegar only smells while it's wet, and there's no smell of the vinegar once the clothing is dry. So, you know, 40p for a bottle of white vinegar compared to, I couldn't even begin to imagine what the prices are for, you know, those big products, Lenore and such. I remember seeing a large bottle a couple of years ago for £13. So as I say, I couldn't imagine how much it is. But if you think I've got that for next to nothing, and I'm quite happy, and it should be at least a couple of weeks wash, and then I'll do the process again. It's not that bad. It took a couple of minutes to set it up last night, and it's, as you know, you've watched me, it took a couple of minutes to bottle it off and get it ready to use. If you haven't already liked the video or subscribed, please feel free to do both, and I would actually really appreciate that. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you soon. Bye.